Walking meditation. This is the walking meditation I learned from the Vietnamese Buddhist teacher Thich Hanh. First things first, stand up straight, not tense, but gently straight. Straight in a relaxed way, strong. Maybe gentle's the wrong word. Strong, but relaxed. Feet firmly planted into the ground. Notice your tailbone. Imagine a plumb line attached to your tailbone, kind of pulling your spine down towards the earth. Imagine another line from the crown of your head, almost the way marionettes are suspended, and that would come from the top of your head, pulling your spine up. So now your spine is open, your chin is tucked in just a tiny bit. So what you're not doing is looking up, you're actually looking at the ground about 10 feet in front of you, so that you can look at the ground and have your chin just in a little bit. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your hips, relax your feet, relax your ankles, relax your knees. So all the joints in your body are just slightly loose. And now, before you can take a step, your brain has to send the message to your body to move the feet. And that message comes as a nerve impulse. We want to slow things down so that you can actually feel the impulse to take a step. As Thich Nhat put it very beautifully, take each step as if it were a royal decree. Royal decrees have the power to make people's lives wonderful or terrible. So take each step as if it were a royal decree, with that level of attention and care. And then he added, take each step as if you were the Buddha. Take each step as if you had that level of idealized self-awareness. So now, about the speed of your walking, you can actually do this at a normal pace, but it's really good in the beginning to do it more slowly than normal. And I've seen Japanese Buddhist monks in the middle of Tokyo taking each step super slowly, ringing a bell with each step, which is really fun to watch and probably fun to do. So, once you're paying attention, you'll notice the impulse, the urge to take a step. And then you take a step. And anatomically speaking, the first thing that touches the ground, the heel, that's called heel strike. And you feel your heel on the ground, and then you feel the weight of your body shift from your back leg to your front leg, over to your front leg, and then onto the ball of your foot. And now your weight is kind of 50-50, back and forward, and then mostly on your front leg as you bring your back leg forward, and it swings, right? So you don't actually want to think about each of those things. I'm just slowing it down to give you the opportunity to pay attention to what it feels like to pay attention to each stage of the action of walking. And now I'm going to start walking at a slow pace. Obviously, when I do this and I'm not making a video, then I'm not holding the camera and talking. But even while I hold the camera and talk, I'm paying more attention to my walking than I would if I were distracted by thoughts, if I was thinking about what I have to do after my walk or whatever. So you keep your eyes on the road in front of you, about 10 feet ahead, just enough so that you can look down a little bit. So you're not looking straight down at your feet, and you're not looking off into the distance. You're looking at the road in front of you, the ground in front of you. And bring all of your awareness to the physical sensations of walking, from the step taking to the sensation of the ground, to the air on your skin, and of course, mindfulness of the in and out breath. So you're also paying attention to your natural breath sensations. How do you know you're breathing? Where do you locate breathing in your body as you're walking? Excuse me. And then the next thing is you can also pay attention to the ambient sounds around you. You can be aware of them. You don't listen to them like I noticed a dog barking. I'm not going to stop and listen to the dog, but I hear it in my peripheral hearing. So what happens when you're doing this and you suddenly notice that you're actually distracted and that you're no longer paying attention to the act of walking, but you're listening to the dog, or you're lost in thoughts, or you notice the beautiful piece of glass on the ground and you bend down and pick it up for your art project, which I would not normally do. So, for example, you're walking and you see that piece of glass and you think, oh, that's a nice piece of glass, I should pick that up. The moment, I make art out of glass, the moment you become aware that you're distracted by that thought of picking up the glass, you just return to your awareness of your body moving in space. You return to your awareness of the walking. Remember, take each step as if it were a royal decree. So you just return to that. The foremost object of awareness in walking meditation is the walking. The secondary awareness is your whole body in space and mindfulness of the in and out breath. But you're really paying attention to the walking sensations. Kind of an exaggerated version of that is when you're creeping up on someone, like to play a joke on someone, and you want to surprise them and you creep up really slowly. That would be an exaggerated natural version of this. But in this case, we're just really noticing the sensations of your feet on the ground, which is something that you do if you've been on a long hike and you're really tired and you wish the hike were over, and then each step is so hard to take. There you have a sense of aversion around it, but you do have a heightened sensibility of the walking. So that's what we have, is a heightened sensibility of walking and the impulses associated with walking, as well as a sense of the space around you. So you're not oblivious. In fact, you might find that sounds which you would not normally notice or pay attention to, not only do you hear them with greater levels of acuity, but they become pleasurable. I notice that when I do walking meditation, that suddenly the sound of the cars in the distance, which I might normally find annoying because I'd rather be in the middle of a forest, I actually find that sound sort of pleasurable, or I should say neutral. It's just a sound, but there's something innately pleasurable about being immersed in sensation with awareness, seeing things as they are with mindfulness, that sound has an innate pleasure to it. I mean, better to be alive, right? So this is a brief introduction to walking meditation, and it's lovely here right now. The sun is setting, and I'm going to continue my walking meditation now without the camera. I'll turn it off in a second. So again, I feel the impulse. I feel the movement of my legs. I notice I'm tending to tighten my body up. And so I relax my body. And I'm not doing a good job being mindful of the in and out breath because I'm talking. Yes, when you're not talking and you walk like this, it's quite easy to be mindful of the in and out breath. All Buddhist meditation begins with mindfulness of the in and out breath. And so you feel the air coming into your body. You could feel the cool air coming into the nose, feeling that inside the nostrils. You could feel your lungs expanding. your diaphragm expanding on the in-breath. You could feel your lungs collapsing on the out-breath. You could feel the warm air as it crosses your upper lip right here where your mustache is. You could feel the warm air coming out there. Oh, it's so nice, even just for a minute. And basically what this does is it gets you out of the thinking mind, the exhausting thinking mind that never stops, what they call the monkey mind in Buddhism. So when you get distracted by thinking, just come back to the body, come back to the act of walking. Okay, I hope you have a good time with your walking meditation. And I'm going to have a good time right now before my next patient, taking a little meditation break. Thank you for tuning in.